Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here on this Wednesday, April 20th. Hope you guys are all doing well. So, the latest in the exclusive Discord had a short entry last night with, in terms of these, what the market was looking like. I'd say 8 out of 10 times, at least 7 out of 10 times, trade would have been a winner. That's why you always need good risk management. This one did get stopped out. Not right 100% of the time. Nobody is. I'd be a billionaire by now, but right here, explanation, and gave an ETH short a shot this morning, hit the first take profit, and now waiting to hit the second take profit. I think most likely it looks like this market is going to go down a bit more, probably 3K for Ethereum, 40K for Bitcoin in the short term, in my opinion. Had another trade after this, but not going to show it to you guys because we haven't had an outcome on that yet. If you're interested, this is in the exclusive Discord. If you're interested, link in description below. A lot of people have really liked it. Not right 100% of the time, as always, though. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, in terms of this analysis, I mean, if you've been watching me, I just don't think that a blood diamond, the first time this has ever happened on the weekly, and the blood diamond on the 6 day as well, is a good look. Not going to spend too much time on, the real long-term thing, but it does look likely we could repeat this general pattern and bottom out, in my opinion, somewhere in the mid to low 20s in the next, probably by the end of May, in my opinion. Moving on to the 6 day, just to show you it's the same blood diamond. It's a very high confidence that you're going to come down at least a good amount, at least a little bit here. I mean, maybe, look at this. I mean, you came down, that would probably bring us down like 36, 35, maybe get a bounce off of, this is a major point right here off of this. This is also the fair value area. 36K around here, what I could see happening in the shorter term, you get a bounce off of here. I think it would be way sooner than May, probably, beginning of May or something, next few weeks. And then you come back up to maybe 40, retest 40 or something. Then into September, I think it's gonna, let's spread this out a little bit. It'll probably be sooner. I think, I hope it'll be sooner. July, maybe, June, July. It's going to get very boring if we're just in this general same area until then. So I hope it does happen a lot quicker. The sideways market, it's good if you're a trader, bad for long term, but I mean, good long term just to DCA in. That's another thing I've been talking about in the exclusive Discord. I do everything there, exclusive TA, long term, short term, whatever. But it's mainly obviously leverage trading type stuff, but I do long term stuff. Long term, what I'm doing long term as well. So yeah, your V-up's curving up on the 2 day. This is your main bullish case. Your main bullish case. If we could get that green dot, it probably would bring us up. You could come up to 44K. It still wouldn't surprise me based on how this market's been operating since January, really, even December. Like to come up to maybe 46K or something, then come down more. Definitely doable here. But we'll talk about some more why I think will come down in the short term. So, right here we have, money flow coming up into the green a bit on the daily. It's just, we came really high into the green. And normally when you get this high, you have a correction downward. Maybe this is what the bulls want. Maybe we could get this crazy rally and, really bring us up and, repeat something like, if you do repeat something like this, if you do repeat a 16% increase from, let's say around here, that could bring us right up to, 48 again. It could even give us a double top pattern, then that, bam, right down. That's another possibility. Moving on to our 12-hour. Moving on to our 12-hour. In the red, I feel like you're most likely going to come deeper in the red here, repeat something like this, rather than just come in the red a little bit and then come up. That's my opinion, because we've been so sideways, we need something to happen. And based on the blood diamonds and the high time frames, I feel like you got to come down a bit. Okay, so your 6-hour printing a red dot as you're rejecting from this area, pretty bearish in my opinion. When does that confirm? It confirms that 3 hours. 4-hour just confirmed a red dot. No bearish div just yet, but you're coming out more with the money flow. So as you're hitting that area, pretty bearish in my opinion. And, you're in the green on your 2-hour. You're in the green 2-hour. VWAP's coming up. But look what happened here. This is a bearish divergence. Money coming up. As price is coming out, bam, came right down. So it could, the bullish possibility, it played out already. We come back up, or maybe we do something like this. Wouldn't surprise me at all. We'll retest this thing, then come back down. Or, and probably less likely, very bullish case, you just continue to pump up and maybe you get to 43 or even 44K. That would be nice. But yeah, in terms of this, I mean, money flow generally coming out on your 30-minute here. You know, we came out here, it didn't do too much. I feel like where it's going to come out here, you're finally going to get that money flow crossover into the red. Your 24 minutes the same, but what I like to look at is a 20-minute, and you're coming into the red. You're back in the green though, but I feel like you're due to come a bit deeper into the red here. You may get something like this. This is what I could see happening. Get something like this and then come down, scare off the people shorting away a little bit, and then you come down a bit more. That's what I'm kind of looking at. I think that's probably the most likely scenario. And in terms of money flow crossovers into the red on the 50-minute, didn't work here. Here, didn't really, you're coming out back up, but I think you're gonna, it's getting choppy. I think you're finally gonna get one of these money flow crossovers into the red that's gonna bring you down. And in terms of where we could end up, you know, in the shorter term, it's probably, you know, look at probably this type of change, probably a 7% increase you could get out of this. I'd say 7% from kind of over here would be a good place to look at. And that brings you all the way down to about 38.6. So 38.6 is definitely in the cards. Big place I'm looking at, obviously psychological, 40K. And let's move on to Ethereum. Pretty similar to Bitcoin right now. Same type of deal. I'm not going to go through every single time frame I went through on Bitcoin, but it's the same deal. Weekly getting very close to printing that red dot. You know, usually these bring us down a good amount. I mean, even the best of that one didn't work out too well. That one, you know, that was kind of a tease. You didn't come down when you were at 1500 back in January. You just came up, but the difference here is money flow is still curving up here. Money flow is generally coming out, so it's more bearish in my opinion. Same type of deal with Bitcoin on the 2-day. You know, money flow coming up, VWAP curving up. You may get a little trigger wave, so a little bit of hope there, just a little bit. And your 12-hour generally looks more bearish with money flow generally coming out and your VWAP to come down. I mean, it looks like we'll reject off of here and hit this area, 28, 29 or something. So yeah, that's what I'd look at, especially if Bitcoin goes to the 38.5 again. Your 8-hour, same deal. I mean, you definitely could come down a bit lower here. It's just been so sideways, choppy here. I feel like you're going to have to break one way or the other at some point here. Your 6-hour, I believe that's probably printing a red dot as you're bouncing off of this point. I mean, just look at these red dots. At minimum, they bring us down to how far we've come down already. It would make sense to me to, you know, come down a good amount here. It would definitely make sense. Some of them don't work out too well, obviously, but right here, you're still in the red. The ones in the red, especially, you know, anchor waves in the red tend to, especially back here, bring you down a good amount. So these, not so much. It's very sideways boring here, but yeah. Your 4-hour, very choppy back in the red. Not much to deduce from that. Maybe a little bit more bearish, excuse me. And your bearish div. And one of the reasons why I took that short this morning, locked in profits on that. Came right down with that bearish div. Confirmed. Bam. Right down. And, you know, your 30-minute, same deal as Bitcoin. I feel like you're going to get in the red here, and it should bring us down, you know, a good amount. Probably down to 3K at least, in my opinion here. So yeah, that's today's analysis. Things, you know, still kind of boring, still kind of sideways. I'm hoping we break up, you know, one way or the other. If you guys are interested in the exclusive Discord, link in description below. Some of my trade entries, take profits, stop losses, all of that. And exclusive TA. If you're interested in my course, a link in description below as well. Doing a discount code right now. So check that out. The course is really good. It's helped out a lot of people. I think it's going to save you guys a lot of headaches, especially if you're new at this. Risk management, trading psychology, you know, how I interpret market cipher, all the strategies I use, everything you theoretically need to be a good trader here. Nothing's guaranteed in life, but I think it's going to help you guys out a lot. And if you want to get market cipher, my link in the description below with my discount code. And BITGET, Phoenix, use my links down below for the exclusive offers down there. All right, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.